So here we go. This road goes through my properties, starting down there where you see the last sugar cane, and just up to those larger bananas over there. So here we are. We're gonna go right in, I guess. I've pruned the lower leaves off the sugar cane in order to open up the light because I've got thyme down in there. And pretty soon I'm going to be harvesting that sugar cane in order to open up more light for the thyme. I've spread papaya seeds everywhere, so I got little papayas coming up. This is onions. I'm trying to use stratification as much as possible. So you see we have understory plants. We got thyme as one of my main understory plants, but it can't take a lot of shade like the pineapple can. But the main thing is just keeping the density of the canopy relatively low. Here we have and this is guava. We've got a bunch of guavas in here that I'm going to be transplanting later. I grew sorghum originally, but it just goes moldy. I can't get any crop out of it. The plants will live, but there's a little papaya coming up. I'm going to be transplanting a lot of papayas out of this area. You can kind of tell which ones are the female papayas because they don't grow tall like the males. The males will grow a little bit taller. There's a nice female papaya. Pretty soon it's going to grow fruit. That'll probably be the first one that bears out of everything I plant, or maybe this one here. These are the biggest ones I have. So a lot of thyme. I got bananas up above. Sweet potatoes on the ground too. And I like to pick these little tips just like that. And I eat those all the time. This might be a lemon that I planted. Hopefully. I have a lot of oranges. I don't really care for them too much. This is Chinese garlic chives. That's a rice plant right there. It's not an aquatic rice, and it's actually ready. But I'm just going to toss it. I'm not really into growing rice other than for just to have a little bit of biomass. Yeah, so here's a little bare patch where I was able to spread mulch. I haven't been able to spread much mulch because I've got everything full of plants. And I've had problems with chickens. They scratch everything. There's a nice little jackfruit down there. I planted all these passion fruit, and most of what you see here comes from seeds, except not the guanabanas and not the jackfruit. There's actually walnuts growing here, which is surprising for the climate that they're doing so well, but they seem to do pretty well. I haven't been too successful with chili plants. There's a loquat tree there. And we have a few Nancy trees. This is the Hawaiian passion fruit. Now that was planted at the same time as this Jamaican passion fruit. So I think it's pretty obvious which one does better here. The thyme is looking a bit yellow. I don't know why, maybe the shade or maybe just the rain. A lot of onions down over that area. You can't plant onions too deep. Don't plant them deep. They'll just rot and they won't grow. So this here is the capsaicin pubescens right next to a solanum macrocarpa, I don't know, something like that. It's a tamarillo. So that's what I got going on here, growing on. I remove the leaves when they get a disease because these are really prone to disease. And the leaves of these, they smell like really strong urine smell. Not very appetizing. But the fruit is good. So here's a pigeon pea that I planted this year. This one here has amazing growth for being planted only 5 months ago. That's up above my head. And here's the ones from last year. Over in this area. I'll walk underneath. They're maybe 3 meters, just about 3 meters tall now. This here's probably a Lima tree. I like those. I'm going to transplant that. This is the lemongrass. This is an orange. You can tell because it has longer spines on it. There's more Capucin cubensis.